My pledge to the people of this great constituency is that I will be an effective voice in Ottawa for Thornhill. I will not flip-flop or dither or disappear when faced with difficult or unpopular decisions. I promise that I will work aggressively as a member of Prime Minister Harper's government in the continuing efforts to overhaul and update fiscal federalism. And I will fight for the GTA's fair share of federal taxes to ensure that healthcare, education, community safety, transportation, and infrastructure needs are met. I will defend our national public health care system as our Conservative government takes the lead with actions and with policies that encourage the provinces to deliver services to citizens on a timely, equitable, and compassionate basis. I will passionately support community safety and security, focusing not only on enforcement and stiffer criminal code penalties, but working as well with community leaders, school boards, and the Ontario government to restore after-school programs, many of which were cut when the federal Liberals gutted health and social services funding to Ontario in the 1990s. With regard to the continuing great challenges to stability, peace, and good government beyond our borders, I will enthusiastically participate in any way I can to help further Prime Minister Harper's accomplishments in restoring Canada's image abroad. I will continue, as I have for decades, to speak up for the only democracy in the Middle East and Israel's right to defend itself against internal and external terror. I will continue to stand against practitioners of terror and the states that incite them. And I will continue to support Canada's mission to restore peace, liberty, and good government to Afghanistan. Recognizing that all politics, like news, is local, we in Thornhill are finally seeing a central government that recognizes our concerns in terms of transportation, infrastructure, and the environment, along with the broader national policy objectives that benefit all Canadians. Specifically, our new government's commitment to extend the northern section of the Spadina subway line to Vaughan Corporate Centre, the enhancement of the York Viva Rapid Transit system, and the reduction of greenhouse gases and the preservation of greenlands, such as those along the Oak Ridges moraine. And given that Canada's arts and cultural communities are essential to the preservation and reflection of our regional and national identities, Thornhill residents should be delighted that Heritage Minister Oda has announced almost $10 million for the cultural sector in the Greater Toronto area. Specifically to our town of Markham, $850,000 to repair and preserve the Ward Transportation Building in the Town Museum, and another $100,000 to upgrade audio facilities at the Markham Theatre. Our minority Conservative government has made great strides in restoring good government and integrity to Parliament. The legislative accomplishments stand in dramatic contrast to the Chrétien and Martin years and the incoherent policy positions proposed by Stéphane Dion. I am convinced that Prime Minister Harper's government will continue to make Canada an even better, more prosperous, and more generous society. It is time for a real change in this great constituency. It is time for Thornhill to have an effective voice in a government that is getting things done. I pledge that I will devote all of my energies as Thornhill's Member of Parliament to ensure the government led by Prime Minister Stephen Harper meets your expectations and that of all Canadians. I want to be your Member of Parliament for Thornhill, and I thank you for your support.